fractology though is because it's fundamentally based on something called a fractal. Who here knows what a fractal is? Okay. It's actually a trick question because everybody knows what a fractal is, you just don't know it's called a fractal. Because all natural shapes are fractals. Trees, clouds, snowflakes. It's basically the one pattern repeated over and over again to build up a more complex pattern. And there's lots of reasons for it, from quantum mechanics and all of that chaos theory, which I won't get into today. But essentially, the fact is that the underlying structure to everything, including your own energy field and the energy field of everything around you, does actually have a fractal pattern to it. So that means that when you can actually perceive that, you literally have a map to work with. And that map will tell you where things are working well, because just like when you look at a tree, you can see where the tree is healthy because the pattern is all there. And you can also see where the tree is in trouble because the pattern's broken or distorted, there's some mistletoe or something broken. And our patterns are the same. Okay, so we don't look like a tree. I mean, there are things in the body that are very obvious fractals, like your lungs and your nervous system. But on the outside, you don't look like that so obviously, but that structure is still there underneath. It's the same thing as like, if you look at all the CGI stuff, the computer-generated images, they look, so much more lifelike. It's actually because they're using fractal programming to produce all of that complexity. Yes, ma'am?
So, is that like the locking key for receptors, for cell receptors? Is that fractal patterning?
Well, fractal patterning goes into everything. It's actually the difference between your left brain and your right brain, for example, is your left brain works from linear logic, like A, B, C, D, which is actually what we need in each moment. Like if I wasn't talking in a linear progression, it would be hard for you guys to understand what I'm saying. But your right brain, which is more your intuitive brain, it actually has a logic all of its own, but it is actually more fractal logic. So you can learn to think in fractals just the same way as you think in, math or language or anything else that your left brain follows. Does that help? Yeah, okay. Okay. So because we understand that, we actually, it takes a while to help people be able to directly perceive the fractal and then learn how to use that. But as I said, it is a skill. It is an advanced skill, so it takes a bit of learning. But anyone who wants to and is prepared to put in the effort can learn to do